Am I missing something? Hello again, sports fans.
We're good.
An inside joke? Yes, we're live. It is April 21st, 2026, week number 929 of the modern incarnation of Sports Chat. Corey Smith, I'm Jeff Cook. We welcome your calls. If not, we have plenty to talk about tonight. But before we get into our normal routine, I do want to, on a sad and serious note, pay tribute to Roy Kiefer. Roy died last week, served as Adams County District Attorney. I knew Roy since his first job out of law school. We worked together, shared an office. And later we worked many trials on opposite sides, but we always had a mutual respect. And so after trivia, we're going to show a game. Roy did commentary with me on many games, and he also had his special feature, Roy on round ball, kind of a takeoff on Red on round ball, but it was Roy's take. A tremendous fan of Carolina basketball, Cleveland Indians / Guardians, the Browns. Valpo was, I think, his college where he met his wife, Jan. And all three children went to Gettysburg Public Schools, had outstanding careers, Brian, Erin, and Adam. And so to the whole family, our condolences here from Community Media. And in tribute, we're going to show a game from February 25th, 1994. I forget who played, but it'll all come back to me. And you'll actually see Roy and I both with brown hair. Well, at least Roy had brown hair. I guess whatever. But I think we've showed this before in Throwback Thursday.
I think we have, yes.
So we're going to reprise it once again, and as tribute to Roy Kiefer, a great fan of all sports, and we really appreciated all his assistance he provided to us here at Community Media. Then we were Adams Community Television. So anyway, hot seat, Shining Stars.
I'll let you take the throne on the Shining Star, and I'll kind of follow suit there.
Okay, well, I mean, it's low-hanging fruit for me, but it's the Gettysburg College men's rugby team. We went to another tournament this past Saturday, won again, beat Johns Hopkins in the final, beat York College in the semifinal, and ended up number one in the league out of, somebody told me 33 teams, 23 are listed in the standings, and we won by 12 points or something like that in terms of you get so many points for winning a tournament, coming in second, et cetera. It's all, don't ask me how they come up with the numbers, but we had 36, and I think the next closest had 24 or something like that. So tremendous season, best ever for Gettysburg College men's sevens. And they won out of 4 tournaments, 3 firsts and a second. So yeah, great job, guys. They're probably not even, I doubt they're tuning in. I mean, they're in their own orbits. So my hot seat, again, for me, low picking fruit. I don't even watch this team anymore. But even hotter are the Mets, and then right behind them, the Phillies. The Mets mired in, what is it, a 12-game losing streak?
11. What?
11.
Could
Don't
be
jump the gun.
Could be 12 tonight, but 11 right now.
Phillies, I think, is 6. So already people are talking about Rob Thompson in the hot seat. He's the winningest, in terms of winning percentage, he's the most successful manager in Phillies history. And just because you're 8-14 or whatever you are,
Yes, 8-14.
8-14. I mean, haven't been this bad out of the gate since somebody said 2001 or something like that. But as a Philly fan, I don't know. I haven't watched the game, so I wonder if the booing has started. But so who you got?
All right, so typically I only have one Shining Star, but I have 2 this week. I have a local and a professional Shining Star. My local, I'm going to go with New Oxford Braden Billman,
I just common occurrence. His name down. Yeah,
a common occurrence name over the last handful of years. In the triple jump, he had a leap of 24 feet 2 inches, which is now a New Oxford record and an Adams County record. Previous record was 23 and 23 feet 5.5 inches from Eric Harris. So
Eric Harris, we've had him on the program,
yes, we
too.
have. Yes.
And Braden Billman, one of the most decorated players of the game in terms of two sports.
Or 3 sports.
Well, now 3, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we haven't covered track in quite a while. I think we did a track meet back in the day, and you'd be zooming in on there's the shot put way out there. But good picks. What about the hot seat?
Well, my other shining star
go ahead.
goes to Jose Soriano for the Angels. He's having his historic April. Through 5 games, he has an ERA of 0.28, 1 run allowed in 32 and 2/3 innings. He is now the 3rd pitcher to achieve that. That was Walter Johnson in 1913 and Fernando in 1981.
Voila.
So, he has been pitching phenomenally.
And Mike Trout's been pounding the ball.
Yes.
Nobody ever has hit 5 home runs in a series against the Yankees, but Mike Trout just
In a
did.
4-game span there. So, he's been, it looks like vintage of old there with Mr. Trout there. So,
Maybe the Phillies can get him.
or something like that, maybe a trade or a couple players. But my hot seat, I'm going to go with Red Sox pitcher Garrett Crochet. In his last 2 outings, he has allowed 15 earned runs. In the 3 road starts, Crochet's ERA is nearing 10. It's 9.59 his ERA. And then last year in April, he had an ERA of 2.05. So something is, was it too much innings?
I think his first start was okay,
Yeah.
or maybe lately he's stunk.
I had to scratch that first start because that was in March. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Luzardo's ERA is over 7, so
Mm-hmm.
he's not alone. But man,
seeing that, I mean, just how the Red Sox are playing right now, 9-13, they're, a little up and down, but,
it's
just-
now they have a better record than the Phillies.
going back to the Phillies, they have the worst run differential in baseball. They have a run differential of minus 42.
And they are, it's pathetic. They might have one decent inning, and then the rest, they have just so many goose eggs.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable, and
And then,
officially no longer a fan.
so,
So if I turn it on tonight, I'll be rooting for the Cubs.
I mean, you look at the some teams that are kind of, are we hitting the concern button? You can go with, the Phillies, the Mets, Houston for that instant there, Mariners. We mentioned a little
They
bit
stink
about
too?
Seattle's 10-14, Houston's 9-15 there. So you got some teams that are starting off, out of the gate slow.
Mm-hmm.
So, when do they kind of pick up the end?
Not a sprint, it's a marathon. That's
Yeah.
what they say, right? But yeah, I mean, I've already heard the murmurings about
I mean,
Topper for the Phillies. I mean, I guess talk radio is ruthless down there.
I
in the
mean,
city.
what have you done for me lately is, kind of, the Philly fans right now. But you look at, where the Braves are at right now, 16-7. They had a clunker of a season last year with the injuries that they have dealt with. They're on a 6-game winning streak, and you look how last week, and the Phillies are on a 6-game losing streak. So it's it happens so fast. You
Yeah, I
go
know.
from a game and a half back from being on top of the
6.5
division
back or
to now
whatever.
7.5.
Seven,
So-
or 7 and
so, you look at the Braves as the only team above 500 in the NL East. You have the Marlins 11-12, Nats 10-13. The Braves are 5 games ahead of the Marlins, so they could. I know it's still early, only a little over 20 games into the season there, but they could run away and just hide. But we've seen that with the Tigers last year; they're running away and they got
what
caught.
are they doing this year?
I'll get to them. The Tigers. The Tigers are 12 and 11. In a very I would say winnable division because you got the Royals are in an 8-game losing streak. They looked like they were going to win last night. They were up 1-0 against the O's, and they tied it up 1-1, and they lost that game last night. In extra innings in 12. So that division seems like it's the Tigers. They should go away with it with ease, but you never know with that there. But
What about the NL Central? Now, there's an intriguing division.
That's a division where the Brewers are 12 and 9, but in last place. They have a winning percentage of .571.
And they had a losing streak recently too, I think. They had a really good start. So.
Yeah, their last 10 games are 4 and 6.
Yeah.
The Reds, they're 15 and 8.
I like the Reds early in the season. I think I can't prove it, but
I think you had them as a surprise team or something.
maybe we talked about it. I didn't write it. I don't write everything down here.
So with every team being above 500 right now, in
Even the
NL
Pirates.
Yes, the Pirates are 13 and 9. So nobody in that division has 10 losses. What team are you kind of surprised that are off to a strong start in that division?
Well, you have to say the Pirates. I mean, how many games did they lose last year? So, I mean, they had this 19-year-old. I don't even know if he's hitting, but they gave him millions of dollars.
He's still in that 200 batting average there.
Yeah,
So I mean,
and O'Neill Cruz, he can crush the ball. I guess their pitching's been great. Skeens is squared away, right of the ship, whatever you want to call it. But I have to say they're a big surprise. Let's see.
I would almost venture to say the Cardinals, just the way that
Lately,
yeah. I mean, the way that they, were kind of in that rebuilding type of stage, which they don't typically do. And you got Jordan Walker that's really mashing the ball, and JJ as the rookie, he's been stellar. To start the season there. So you look at JJ. I know it starts with a W there. It's
Okay.
But just the way that they've been winning games.
The Cardinal way.
The Cardinal
always
way
been
there.
Well, the Orioles kind of had that.
With
same approach.
Witherholt is the shortstop that I
Okay.
was referring to, or the
J.J.
second
Witherholt.
the second baseman that can play shortstop there. So, I mean, the pictures, they're not household names there,
Yeah.
but they're still getting it done in the bullpen there with Riley O'Brien, being the closer. So, do I see the Cardinals making the playoffs? Probably not, but they're off to a good start. You have the Cubs.
Who's on their starting staff?
I mean, their lineup is, they still have. Let me go back to their depth chart here.
Euclid or what's his name?
Well, I mean, they got Alec Burleson, the first baseman. You got Victor Scott, Jordan Walker.
I asked about their starting pitching.
Starting pitching, you got Matthew Liberatore, Michael McGreever, Dustin May, Kyle Leachy. So, I mean, these aren't really
Never heard of them.
not household names there. So that's where I'm saying it's not.
Well, that's where,
you know.
that's where that'll make or break them.
So, do I see them winning the division? I don't see that. I think they're a year ahead if, looking at where they're at right now. I still think it's going to be the Cubs that win the division. You got the Reds, and who knows
You got
when.
some swagger. I mean, the Phillies are playing the Cubs, and you got all this PCA business, and Dansby Swanson had a big 3-run homer last night.
Mm-hmm.
Ian Happ made an incredible play. I mean, Nico Horner, they have an impressive lineup.
And they just got done, taking care of business with the Mets, over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So now
They're whipping up on the Phillies.
so you're just playing what's on the schedule. So
Yeah.
now, before we get into other news in the baseball realm, there, we got the ET tracker. We
thought of that
almost
earlier.
forgot about the ET tracker.
Did we have it last week?
Yeah, I think we did. I think it was 12 last week. I think we doubled the number.
11.
11, almost doubled the
Yeah,
number, I think it was, yeah.
All right.
I think 2 weeks ago, we're at 6 and 11. Now, this week, 15, a modest 15. We do have our first multi-ejection person, and that goes to Derek Shelton. He got ejected for arguing.
Second of the year?
That's his second. So he is the first player, coach, manager to get 2 ejections in this year.
Doesn't Bobby Cox hold the record? I mean, they keep track of stuff like that. Who had the most ejections? Probably
He has
Earl
the most.
Weaver's probably
Earl,
there.
Bobby's up there. So Sheldon was arguing check swing ball. So that's what gave him. He wasn't arguing over a robot this time. So it was the check swing,
Which I thought you couldn't appeal anyway.
which he was arguing about.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it's not reviewable, but
Why it wasn't appealed.
you can ask the third or first base umpire to
Mm-hmm.
confirm or whatever. The home plate umpire can always refer to the.
Which he did in this case, and that's what brought Sheldon out there, and that's why he got ejected there. So
Maybe he's trying to fire up his team. Do they win? Or you don't know. You don't have that data.
I don't have that data. I just have just the ejection, just the list of that there.
Very good.
Before we get to the caller, we do have a couple injuries, throughout the closer realm there. We have Raciel Iglesias, right shoulder inflammation. In the month of April, he has allowed 1 run in 8 appearances, 5 saves. The Dodgers.
Is he for the Braves?
He's with the Braves there with Raciel Iglesias. I think his second year with the Braves, and then the Dodgers. Edwin Diaz, right elbow, loose bodies. So he's cleaning that up with stuff with the elbow. He's going to be out until the second half of the season. Late July is what their
He has his
timetable.
Tommy Trumpet music is still the same walk-up
They
music.
still have that, and they actually have a live person that
Plays the
does,
trumpet.
So I guess that person's going to be
Well, maybe it was part of the trade.
on the shelf.
The
now.
trumpeter too.
Yeah, well, with him not playing the trumpet or not closing out games, the person with the trumpet, no need for that person now because
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
Save a little money.
I guess so. So when one's hurt, they're both hurt. So. Do you want to get to basketball, or do you want to get to the caller because you're 76ers?
Yeah, let's go to the caller.
Okay.
Let's go to the phone line. Hello. Please give us your name, sir, and tell us where you're from.
It's the Dillsburg.
Dillsburg. Never heard of it.
What's that?
How are things in Pickletown?
Mr. Cook, I want to finish them.
Okay.
Okay, let's get this other one first. I want to go through the WrestleMania this last afternoon.
Okay.
Let's go through all the events that happened this week.
Okay.
CM Punk did not have the heavyweight champion anymore.
I saw.
CM Punk won?
No, he lost. I saw the highlights on ESPN. But
Was it
yeah.
rigged?
Well, I think they had it scripted there.
You know, they had it rigged.
Rigged. Okay. Well, Robert, what other good news do you have? I mean, no, that's bad news, I guess. We like CM Punk.
But that was my way around with it to start with, so.
Okay.
Because Roman Reigns hit him with the steel case, or steel the thing that you go on the ring.
Okay. Well, maybe they just want them to, just let them fight. I guess it was a main event there. Just let them go at it. So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds like assault of behavior to me.
yeah. I guess.
And I tell you one thing though, I don't want to go to the table.
I guess at any cost, you can just do whatever you want and, throw a steel chair and, or steel steps and, if that how you're going to get a win, I guess that's what you're going to do. I guess the referee just, yeah.
Hey, Corbett, I'm gonna have to know something.
Okay, fire away.
How can we get away with touching the referees?
I don't know. That's the name of the game there. I guess you can touch the referee, and
Who touched the referee?
that's what Robert was saying. He was touching the referee, so I guess if you want to touch him, you can touch him.
Because I'm gonna tell you about the mixed wrestling match. That's all. A.J. Lee had the women's title.
All right.
She went with the man, and she turned the turnbuckle.
Okay.
She got next to the ring post and started arguing with the referee.
Okay.
And she started.
That's not okay.
Oh, I was just more saying okay, like yeah. Well, I don't really have too much to say about that, but
Well,
I,
And he also the referee said, do not take the thing off the post. And she took the thing off the post.
the turnbuckle?
wow.
Yeah, sure.
Well, they should call the cops as far as I'm concerned.
That's being a real rebel, trying to take the turnbuckle off there. But I don't know. That was I guess
know
at
how I
all
knew that
costs, I guess you could,
Well, let's move on to racing, shall we? Do you know the results from Williams Grove?
I want to say one more thing for you though. About that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what actually happened with A.J. Lee lost her title? Who you know that?
I didn't get the connection.
So when the man threw her into the turnbuckle, on full turnbuckle, and she pinned her,
What was it?
that should have been a disqualification.
Mixed gender tag team? What was going on here?
That's another one. That's another one that just got her as a man.
Okay.
okay.
That's why.
No, it's not okay. All right.
I'm just I'm trying to gather what you're saying there, but I think what happened was they went extreme of what transpired and she won, but shouldn't have, but it did happen. I don't know. I'm a little confused, but I didn't really see it live, so I'm just kind of gathering the pieces there.
And also, CM Punk was not really good.
Do you,
He was like a bloody mess.
do you think it was his age?
Real blood?
Yeah, it was real blood.
We both said at the same time.
What would you give this WrestleMania a grade? Is it passing or is it failing?
Oh, don't worry, I wasn't disappointed.
Okay, so like a C or a B.
I said B.
Okay, well, B's passing. It seemed like a good show there for you.
A good show, not an outstanding show, or you would have given it an A.
So what's the racing? Any updates on the racing this past weekend?
Oh, we did have some of that.
All right.
I just want to get that off my chest. though.
Okay, just get it off. Get it off there, yeah.
I just want to get that off my chest, though.
All right.
Do you feel better?
Or do you feel worse?
Good, good.
All
Let
right.
it all out. It's cleansing, cathartic. Get rid of all that aggression.
Okay, but the coach, what did we have last week?
What did we have last week? I forget what we had last week.
Lance Deweese, Nork, question mark, Fred Raymer, Smitty, Troy Wagaman, and Brett. I don't know if that's first or last name. That's what I wrote down.
They switched places this week.
Okay, give it to me straight.
Number 1, Lance Deweese.
Well, that's the same as last week. Okay, go ahead.
And we have a Troy Waldeman.
Troy Wagaman, he was fifth. Was he second?
He's second.
I wanted to make sure you weren't doing a rando. Go ahead.
Number 3, we have a North.
Nork, is that the same guy I have Nork question mark?
I think
How do
it
you
is.
spell that name?
I'm not sure if he's saying north.
I know.
Norris.
Norris.
Okay, there's no K in Norris. Okay, I wrote Nork, rhymes with dork, but it's Norris. So Norris, Norris is number 3, correct?
That's 3.
Okay. Mr. Norris, or does he have a first name? Or should I just call him Mr.?
We're not going there.
You're not going there? Okay. We'll call
Number
him
4, we have very own Raymer.
Fast
Fast
Freddy.
Freddy. Yeah,
Raymer.
okay. He went from 3rd to 4th. He's still in the money, though. And 5th?
And then number 5, we have the Smitty.
Who?
Smitty.
Oh,
Smitty.
Smitty. Good old Smitty. Well, this is exactly the same. It's just the order's a little different. Are there more than 5 people that race? Or is it just these 5 guys?
I didn't even give you the top 5, but there's a lot more though.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's hard to break into the top 5.
But I'm really doing all
All right. Well, what else you got? Yeah, you want to talk? I guess you don't want to talk about the Astros. Just like I don't want to talk.
By the way, your very old Danny Dietrich
He won at.
fell down. He fell down.
He fell down.
He fell down and went boom.
Well, didn't he win at Lincoln Speedway?
But now he's in 7th place.
Seventh.
Seventh place. Which one's out for a good extended period of time because he got injured?
That was Macri.
Macri is going to be out for quite some time.
Anthony Macri.
So that's why we have Smitty or one of
Okay.
the other names that we haven't had for a while. So, alrighty.
So if I just went out there with my car off the road, could I finish in the top 10?
Oh, you could.
Well, I'm not. I don't know. But are there, what, 20 cars in the field? Is that a lot, or what's the average number?
About 10 on the track at all times.
At about 10?
About 10.
Okay,
Okay.
How many cars we really get?
yeah, all right. Well, you're always very educational, so, I mean, we don't want to cut you off. You got more on your chest?
Oh, yeah, the Astros are losing right now, by the way.
The who?
The Astros are losing after the first inning.
Again?
1-0 right now. The Guardians are up.
Well, Josie, he's close to 300 home runs, stolen bases.
Mm-hmm.
Ramirez. Jose, but
He hit a couple against the O's this past weekend. So, yeah, Jose.
Jose, 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 Jose.
Is this thing with the Hosanna?
Ramirez.
Hosanna.
I don't think it's the same song. But you should sing at will because there are probably a lot of talent scouts listening in. Maybe you get discovered and you can go to Gatlinburg or something like that.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on that road again.
You must do karaoke.
Yes, I do. Everywhere tonight.
What's your favorite karaoke selection?
Take me home, country road.
John Denver.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, you get the crowd singing along. Do they ever carry you out of the bar, like, on their shoulders after a performance?
I don't know.
No? I think you would know if that happened. I think you would remember. So, okay, well, yeah, where do you usually perform, and is there a cover charge?
I let the go charge.
What, there is a cover charge?
Yeah,
How much?
$50.
$50 a grant just to see karaoke?
Oh, I tell you, that's around.
Well, this is an interesting note. I was in Hawaii in 2008, and when you do karaoke, you got to pay to sing. Interesting.
Wow.
It's like $1. I don't know. Who knows? It's probably $5 now, but back in the day, it was $1.
Goodness. Well,
Hey, Mr. Cook?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, I'm watching this baseball game now, and I'm talking to you. I'm watching the Astros at the same time I'm talking to you guys.
Okay, well,
All right.
you're welcome to concentrate on the Stros.
all right.
Maybe you'll bring them good juju.
Or maybe
Bad karma?
not. Yeah, I don't know, but
That's what I figure. If I stop watching the Phillies, maybe they'll turn it around. I blame myself for their skid.
yeah.
Because right now I'm on the ESPN app.
Okay.
What's on? The Astros?
Yeah, the Astros and the Guardians.
Who are they playing?
The Guardians.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Jose Ramirez. All right. Well, go Stros. Turn it around. Maybe Jose Altuve will grow a couple inches and give you a little more pop. No.
Hey, Mr. Coach,
Yes, sir.
let's talk about a little bit of rugby.
What about it?
That has a brutal report.
It can be.
It's very brutal.
What's your point?
It's like everybody would have a dog pile.
A dog pile.
Everybody with a dog pile, you.
Well, it may look that way to the untrained eye, but there is a little rhyme and reason to it. So the whole idea is there's no huddle, there's no stoppage except for injury and halftime. So play keeps moving, and you play offense and defense. So not only do you have to be able to catch the ball and pass the ball, but you have to be able to tackle, get back on your feet, etc. So yeah, it's not for everybody, that's for sure, but for sure it's an exciting game to play, great camaraderie. But yeah, thanks for bringing it to our attention, the great sport of rugby.
So I'm changing my name this week.
Are you going to tell us outright, or you want us to guess?
I'll give you.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be one of your panel votes.
Something with the panel.
It's gonna be a panel name.
Panel name. Panel
Are you
name.
going to be Corey's biggest fan?
I think I might be the only panelist on tonight, so I think Greg might be at a borough meeting or something like that. So I think it might just be me. So he might be referring to me.
Are we a full go on all the outlets?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think we're all
Facebook only
we're
or
all running
YouTube.
upstream there. Yeah.
All right.
Or else I could be like, CM Punk's favorite fan.
You could be that.
Yeah, whatever your heart desires is.
It'll
Yeah.
bring you good luck.
I'm happy to go with that one instead.
All right. Well, listen, Robert, we always appreciate you. You're a good sport, and have a great week, okay?
I appreciate you guys too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, NBA, we're about ready to get into it.
Yeah. So we got a couple
It's
game
kind of like the end,
twos.
it's like tournament time. There's so many games
Yeah.
on.
So we got 3 games. We got the 76ers and the Celtics playing
two.
game 2.
What channel is that on?
That is on Peacock and NBC Sports Network.
Okay.
So
Game 2, well, the Sixers can't do any worse.
or could.
Well, I guess. And
Yeah,
but
it's
they couldn't hit a three. Meanwhile, the Celtics were just like a fine-tuned machine. Tatum, what a great story. Come back from a Achilles tendon.
and we talked about this last week during the playing round of what team could, venture to make a series competitive in the first round. And you got, we both said the 76ers, with other teams in that fray there. So
They
I-
did win the play-in game.
They did.
And then look what Orlando's done.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a
Yeah.
minute there. But, the 76ers, they just couldn't stop Tatum, and Tatum didn't play against the 76ers during the regular season there. So,
They split the games, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they
Two
split
and
those
two.
games with, Tatum not playing there. But it
He
is.
always kills the Sixers.
Yeah, so
He could have been a
trying-
Sixer.
Trying to contain him is going to be a tall task there. And then having Embiid of, the uncertainty of with him.
When and if.
So
I think he had
Maxey.
surgery on April 14th or something. It's been 8 days. Is that possible?
I think it's about that time frame there. So it's going to be a lot more with Maxey there. So can they get over the hump there? 32-point loss in game one. It's going to be a big climb here. This is a must win. You don't want to be
Yeah.
down 2-0.
Right. I mean, when you have guys like Tatum and Brown wheeling and dealing, all those other guys hitting threes, and
Now-
they're tough.
Looking at
Weight is good.
the playoff brackets there, you have Minnesota and Atlanta that both got, I would say, maybe stunning wins to make it.
Atlanta came back and won that game.
They came
They were
back.
down 6 with
They
minutes to
they
go.
crawled back from 12 points in the fourth quarter. CJ had 32 points. So
I remember when he was in college.
now
Levi.
that series is 1-1, and you got Minnesota that were down 19 and came back and beat Denver. So
Wow.
you got both of these series.
I didn't see that happen. I think I watched part of that game. So those are all first game results.
That's game two, and then so those were both game two results there. So
Okay.
now it's 1-1 going to their opposing court there. So
Yeah, talking about Orlando, because they barely made the play-in game.
and then
Beat Charlotte to get in,
yep,
and then they win game one
yeah.
against the Pistons, right?
Yeah, I mean, they went wire to beat, the Pistons there. So, you look at the Pistons, their three-point efficiency is very low. Ranked 30th with efficiency, and then 17th with, made threes. So,
I mean, here's a team that gets a top seed in the East, and they're down 1-0.
1-0 right out the get-go. They have
And
not.
that's, I mean, the pressure's really on them. You don't want to lose the first two games at home.
No.
It's not a good way to start.
We have seen 8 seeds win a playoff series. Doesn't happen too often. I think the last time was the Warriors before, Stephen Curry and all, that circle of players there. So I think that was, I want to say 2008, when they were the 8th seed and advanced on there. But of the 2 seeds, Minnesota, of the 6 3 matchups there, who do you see advancing on? Minnesota to beat Denver or Atlanta to beat the Knicks?
I don't see either one of them happening.
If I have to pick one, I will probably pick Atlanta because I see
Yeah.
Denver, kind of advancing on there.
Yeah, I
But
see that
it-
too. I mean,
that's-
Joker, he's not hurt, is he?
No.
All right, we do have a caller.
Yes.
Carl's on the phone. Carl, welcome to Sports Chat. Hello. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Jeff, how you guys doing?
Good. How's your spring?
Pretty good. Hey, what do you think about Billy Martin? I think he might have been suspended 100 times.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Ejected?
ejected. And
I'm sure we
such
could look it up on
yeah.
our phones, but
How about Bobby Knight throwing the chair?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that in Puerto Rico?
I believe. How about Woody Hayes?
Charlie
Yeah.
Bauman.
Hey, but anyways, guys, hey, Corey,
Yes.
My friend the other day gave me Louisville's football schedule. They're picked number 3 behind Miami and Clemson, and it's theirs for the taking because they don't play either one of them.
Okay.
I got their schedule right here, and it seemed pretty soft. Now, what do you think? I know it's early and all. They open up in Nashville against Mississippi on September 6th. Then they play at home against Villanova, which I don't like. Then they play at home against the number 4 team behind Louisville Pitt, and they got a quarterback, Kevin Jennings. They play SMU at home. They play Wake Forest at home. At NC State, Florida State at home. At Syracuse, Stanford at home. At Georgia Tech, at North Carolina, Pitt at home, and at Kentucky. Does it look reasonable?
I mean, it's reasonable on paper there, but I mean, it's so hard to tell. We're April 21st. I mean, you look at it, it looks manageable that you can get past September and October there, but you could have some surprise teams and players that pop up throughout there.
They come so close. This is his 4th season as coach, Jeff Brown. This is the best team that he's had. My nephews were telling me, and it was on the ACC network. They were talking about different teams. They had the spring game this past Saturday. The key to their season, as we all know, what's the most important part?
Defense.
No, quarterback Lincoln Kennels.
Oh.
We're going to see how he does.
In the
Because
defense.
they got the 2 best tandem running backs in the ACC. So I'm really excited. They've come so close. 3 years ago, when it was his first season, they lost the ACC title game 16-9 against Florida State. They had Jack Plummer, Jake Plummer's son. And then 2 years ago, if they would have beat Stanford, lost to Stanford, they would have got to the title game, and they had 9 wins last year. They should have had 11. They lost 2 overtime games, which would have been 11. So they've come pretty close, to winning the ACC, and this is supposed to be Brown's best team out of the 4 years he's been there. So I'm excited. And they got, like I said, they got Isaac Brown, Kewan Brown. They'll be juniors. And Mississippi and Texas, I told you before, wanted Isaac Brown, but he's staying in Louisville. Very, very fast. I believe he runs a 4.1 in the 40. He gets past the front line, he's gone. He's broke a lot of ones. So, I mean, that's going to even make Lincoln Keyholes better. They got Trey Richardson from Vanderbilt, wide receiver.
Through the portal?
Yeah.
How else?
Supposedly this portal team is supposed to be really good. And then again, once again, they do have veterans. When you got 2 stud running backs behind you, especially if you're on the road in a hostile environment, that makes it special, Corey.
Oh, absolutely. And looking at the first week of the season, you got Ole Miss. That's going to be a big teller, sign there for
Is
for
their
both
quarterback
teams.
coming back? Does he have more eligibility? I know he's been
Chambliss, he's coming back.
got one more year.
for his 6th season there. So
sick. What, he got a COVID year, an injury, something?
a red shirt and then a medical year, and
I'm
but
sure that Mississippi's team will be different than last year, right? Everybody's team's different a little bit.
Sure.
yeah, I mean with the new head coach there and such there, but yeah, I think that's going to be a marquee week 1 schedule there.
And they had an early prediction that Louisville will be in the top 25, but I don't know. I'm just anxious to see where Mississippi's going to be. So I don't know who's going to have the home crowd. Nashville, is that closer to Louisville or Mississippi, or is it neutral?
I would say it's Louisville is probably closer to Nashville than what it is to Mississippi, but it's pretty close in retrospect there.
Definitely.
Kind of.
So do you think that will be the telltale sign how good Louisville is?
I mean, maybe right out of the get-go, but it's so hard. who's to say Ole Miss will have a down season next year or this year, or Louisville is 7-5 or 8-4, 9-3. So I mean, it's a good barometer test, but it's not the full barometer.
Right. So I'm going to see how good I don't even remember Mississippi. I mean, did they get into the playoffs, and then what happened? I forget.
They lost in, what, the national semifinal or something?
Yeah, they lost to the semifinal.
Corey, who was their running back?
I forget offhand, off the top of my head right at the moment.
Hey, listen, Carl, we're out of time, believe it or not. We're sorry we didn't get you on sooner. I know we can talk about,
Robert was on there, but
yeah.
sorry.
Well, no, I know, we want to talk about,
But anyway, this is something to look forward to. I was excited.
Yeah.
Even if they lose that first game against Mississippi, there's 11 games to go, and they
Sure.
don't have Clemson and they don't have Miami either.
So,
Now, 3 years ago they beat Notre Dame. 2 years ago they won and beat Clemson there. They snapped that 22-game night winning streak, and then they won at number 2 Miami. So Louisville can beat the big dogs, Corey.
Yeah, they can beat the only thing that they don't have is the meat on the bone on their schedule. But, that's, the thing is, you keep on winning games and it doesn't hurt you. But, we'll see, come the fall.
Great.
indeed. All right, Carl, thank you so much.
Yep, I'll talk to you guys later.
I hope so. And,
Bye.
all right, bye, sir. And thanks so much to Sean and Jordan in the control room. Corey Smith, thank you. Thanks to all of you at home for tuning in. Trivia starts in about 13 minutes. Until next time, sports fans, good night. Mahalo.
All right.
The time flew by.
Sure did. Like an hourglass in the sand going down to 0.